Nation? Welcome back to the channel.
Champions!
Listen, we're going to take a look at this article here, okay? 3 presidential candidates for the 2024 election openly support Bitcoin. I never imagined this day.
Never expected it.
But we have definitely spoken of this day. Let it be known. Let the history books show. Let the record indicate that STAKK had their eyes on the ball. We had our, what do they call our retina, okay, on the horizontal.
For horizon.
Yeah, I was trying to talk about a horizontal plane of some sort. But let me stop playing, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. So Bitcoin officially entered mainstream US politics. 3 presidential candidates have made statements in support of the digital currency. Robert Kennedy Jr. Don't shoot me. Vivek. I'm not going to pronounce his last name. Vivek. You guys know Vivek, right?
Yep. Don't hack his name.
Ramaswamy. Everybody's going to have to pronounce that name one day.
It's really that.
This could be your future president for sure.
Shazil.
And last but not least, Ron DeSantis are all pro Bitcoin.
I think Ron was slow to the action, though.
You think so?
I don't think I trust his approach.
Tell us more. What makes you say that?
I mean, dude is from Florida for sure, and we have the Bitcoin conference there all the time. Okay. We have the Bitcoin bull over there.
Okay.
But it was slow to act when Vivek and JFK Jr. Came at it straightforward.
I think he should have been leading that situation.
That's. Yeah, I mean, it should be the first guy, but I was like, what the heck are you waiting for? But if you remember, we had the Miami coin. I got rock pulled on that. I got rock pulled big time on that, man. I was making money good time too on that shit.
I told you, man. I was exiting that situation because I was like, this is not making any more sense to me, man. Everywhere I go, I'm getting wrecked. I don't think that, maybe the floor is lava. So I should leave. So obviously, I think this whole Bitcoin situation, we've said it on the show before, that Bitcoin is this superior asset. And any organization out there, any entity out there will have to come to their knees before Bitcoin. This is not to compare it to God, for sure, okay? But I'm just saying that when it comes to
money is everything.
Okay, money is what makes our world goes around.
Yep.
We've seen these people deny Bitcoin for the longest. And now we see this Bitcoin thing now at the point where it's being spoken about in the presidential debate. You have to acknowledge it for what it is.
Well,
okay.
The debate is one thing. They need to really bring it up during the debates.
Yeah.
They are yet to bring it up. But talking about it in their interviews, yes.
Yes. Talking about it in the interviews, absolutely. I mean, we're getting there, right? Step by step. And then the other part is we saw the FASB, right, has now revisited the situation, and they're talking about how Bitcoin accounting can be applied to companies. We've seen MicroStrategy. Maybe we could say they went through as a test case. And I think that the gains that they're going to make from this are going to be
massive,
unlike anything that we've seen before.
The upside versus the negative versus the downside.
Yeah. Right? He could become this guy could be a legend for this investment. And I think that everyone has been slacking on it.
The first decadillionaire, or whatever you want to call it, whatever that word is.
Exactly. And so with that, okay, I think we're now at a point in time where Bitcoin can no longer be ignored. It is seriously being, it's not, let's not say seriously being considered. It is on the table.
It actually legitimize Bitcoin because for the entire time, the media is saying this is a tulip type situation.
Yeah.
It's not an asset. You just talk about the FASB. Now you have presidential candidates talking about it. Bitcoin is about to go mainstream to America, especially if they talk about it during the presidential election.
Absolutely.
Another reason why I think their endorsement of Bitcoin could legitimize the old blockchain and some of the cryptocurrency space.
Right.
But our job here is to educate you guys that those are just distractions. So the public will get more information, but they might get many of the wrong information, which is what we've been discovering lately.
Yeah.
Is that the education out there is to lead you into cryptocurrency and getting controlled by centralization instead of the actual solution that Bitcoin provides. So we thought we should mention that as well.
Right. Absolutely. Well,
I also think it leads to increased adoption of Bitcoin.
it definitely leads into increased adoption of Bitcoin. That's for sure.
Now, would they, if they adopt it, would they not implement it into government policies? That would be the question.
Oh, I mean, they have no choice. It has to be implemented into government policies, I would say. Most importantly, because I'm just kind of paused right now because I'm trying to think of the areas in government that I think that this is going to be most needed.
I can jump in right there.
Well, just one moment. Let's see.
Yeah.
The IRS.
I was gonna say the same thing. Vivek said it was gonna get rid of the IRS.
It needs to be reset, cancelled, deleted. Okay, scrap all of it. It's a scam. It is robbery in the highest form. This is what is taking money away. Listen, people work very hard to get to this point in their life where they could at least say, hey, I'm in a place where I feel all right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I am maybe middle class or just next to it.
Yeah. Scratching the
surface, right? Okay. And you bust your ass and you get there. Then you realize that all of that work and all of that hard work that you put in is getting stolen by the IRS. Then they're going to have the audacity to write you later on to tell them that you owe them $70. You guys are crazy. $70. Bitcoin is king.
You know what's next though? Which Vivek also mentioned.
What is that?
Similar to what the presidential candidate of Argentina is talking about.
What is it?
The Federal Reserve.
Ooh.
This all inflation, deflation, playing around with your livelihood.
Bitcoin is going to be the Federal Reserve. Make no mistake about that one, man. Because printing money out of thin air, dude,
it's destroying people's lives. That's why we have this crazy inflation and these wars that you can just go to because you can print money out of nowhere when you don't have to work for it.
Listen, I like to remind everyone nicely at this point in time that if you and I printed money, it's called counterfeiting. Ain't that something? Why is it a crime for you and I to print money? But it is not a crime for the people who are supposed to be the leaders to print money. What work did you put in? I get it. You're talking about we're borrowing from the future. If you're borrowing from the future, fine. But let's look at where we are right now in the path to that future. We have to be able to measure our progress, right?
Are we going to pay back the debt? Do you even plan to pay back the debt?
This is how every company is run. Okay?
Oh, but they say it's government. You don't have government like a country.
Listen, if anybody says I think there's government again, man, somebody go on, sit down, man. Go back. Go and tell your parents to send you back to kindergarten. Okay, because this is the stupidity that's been allowed to run, awry in society. Now we have to sit here and argue with people with listen, there's this old mindset. What people must realize is that there is this old school mindset that we need to throw out the window right now. These things no longer work. Hanging on to real estate, hanging on to any of these single
controlled
entities where you're depending literally on the Federal Reserve to decide what is going to happen to your investments, whether you're going to make profits or not.
One person, Jerome Powell, literally.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Okay? And if you think that this is normal, we've seen a lot of financial YouTubers. Stephen Graham. Okay? Where these people describe these things and you go, well, these are very smart kids, but they've been indoctrinated into this thing. And they don't see anything otherwise. It's just like a religion. You must be able to pull your brain out. You must be able to take full control of your own brain. You must become your own person. I don't know how to explain it. But I'll tell you this. If somebody's out here just telling you things that that they've heard somewhere else or they've learned in school or something like that. Yeah, I don't think that is. I think that
doing them in a favor. Nope. We're not educating. We're not doing you a favor.
the tricky thing with Bitcoin is you have to understand it yourself.
You have
because
to.
there is no college that is teaching it.
Mm-mm.
You must force yourself to sit down and read it, understand it, figure it out. And once it clicks, you start to realize that everything that we've been taught out here is absolute garbage.
Intentional to grab your money.
So if any of these guys claim that they're serious about America, I don't see how Bitcoin cannot be at the front of your agenda as well.
If you're serious about your money and you're tired of the bank stealing your money and charging you all these fees, you might just want to wake up to say, hey, if you're going to be my presidential candidate, how can you implement Lightning Network so that I can exchange my value or get access to my money without this craziest fees that these banks charge? It's as simple as that.
Listen, we've veered way off script there.
Hey.
But we're coming back now. So let's conclude this situation. There is a number of ways that presidential candidates adopting this Bitcoin situation can matter. Of course, it can legitimize, not that, Bitcoin is not already as legitimate as hell.
We don't need this, really.
It's more so like it can legitimize their stance and legitimize their legacy into the future as society will recognize that this guy is a guy who made that bold move that forever changed the way finances happened in America.
Fix America, fix the money.
When we talk about government policy, influence on the price itself, and of course promoting innovation. That will be on top of your legacy.
That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one. Innovation has been stuck since the Federal Reserve.
No progress has been made in the greatest nation on earth.
They don't want competition.
Listen, you can either compete or get crushed. China is learning that. The impact of a presidential candidate adopting Bitcoin, right, will vary depending on a number of factors. However, the fact that the presidential candidates are starting to talk about Bitcoin is a sign that Bitcoin is more than mainstream, for sure. Its capabilities, right? And it's going to have a growing impact on the world economy. It already is, as we speak.
They're talking about tokenization.
Yeah.
Tokenizing sats.
Listen, it's unfortunate. Some people are going to drive in the wrong direction before coming back.
They're talking about XRP and CBDCs.
Listen, it is fine with me. I'm still accumulating. I don't need all of you to get in right now. Okay?
Selfish you.
Listen, I have to take care of me first. You cannot take care of everybody else if you haven't taken care of yourself.
True that.
Okay? When you take care of yourself and put yourself in a better position, in a position of strength, then you have that ability, the freedom, and the firepower to take care of everybody else at that point.
What you hope, though, is that people don't start doing BlackRock type shit.
No, they can do that. They can do actually, check this out. Here's the interesting thing. Because the way Bitcoin is set up, right, it's open to all. So it's up to you guys to do what you want. We know that Bitcoin punishes bad actors.
It does.
Do as you will. We need to see it happen. Because I still stand by what I used to say back in the day. If there's something that can break Bitcoin, we need to find out what it is.
Now, the earlier the better.
Yes. So do your worst. Throw everything at BlackRock. Listen, buy all the miners. Do what you need to do, sir. We need to test that decentralization. Okay?
We need to test that spot ETF.
Exactly.
Create all the derivatives that you can create.
So I feel that confident about Bitcoin. Okay? So if you're interested in learning more about Bitcoin, I encourage you to do some research. Obviously, we're going to be sharing some more information on Bitcoin itself. Actually, I've been putting together some content, which I think we can drop on our website down the line, which will allow people to be able to, like a one-stop shop, a place where you can just come through. Kind of, it's similar like how they have it on the Bitcoin's website, but you can just come through here and we'll gather all the resources that we'll find across the web over time, and the ones that are still relevant, I'll be doing some filtration and dropping them in there. It's all in our Discord, by the way. I've just been adding to it slowly. So, incredible stuff. Okay, there's lots of resources online. Definitely go online for sure. Just go I would say the greatest place to start, just go to bitcoin.org. Click around. It's absolutely powerful. Final thoughts, Double O.
It's here. We said it was coming. Presidential candidates talking about Bitcoin. Keep a close eye on them. Make sure they're not the slicky CBDC ones. The distraction crypto ones.
Exactly.
The ones that really care about you, your money, the start of your value. We're keeping a close eye. We're going to keep you guys updated on what we find out as well. Thanks for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we depart this situation, like the video, subscribe, and of course hit that notification button so that anytime we have some shenanigans up, you will be the first to know. For example, tomorrow we'll be doing a video called Fat Women Need Bitcoin. Or was it old women?
Old women.
Old women need Bitcoin.
Who told you I don't like fat women? Just kidding.
Who said anything about anybody liking anybody? I did not say anything about anybody liking anybody. I just said that. I just described. I just used some words in the dictionary. I said fat women, or was it fat old women need Bitcoin? So if you're a fat old woman out there,
Tune into this one.
ladies and
You
gentlemen,
know what's funny though?
what's that?
Sadly enough, the majority of the American population
It's fat.
is on that realm.
They're fat. Say that they're fat. Say they're fat, bro.
Stop
They're
it.
fat. Just say it, bro. It's English language, bro. Fat is not an offensive word. In fact, fat is beautiful. Listen, if fat is not beautiful, that's like saying COVID is beautiful. What?
Oh man, you don't like to do it.
How is it beautiful? Is it good for your health? Is it good for your heart?
There are levels of fatness.
Is it good for your heart?
No.
Okay. And how is it beautiful? Unless you want to say death is beautiful. If you're on that type of life, then okay. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Trim the fat. No, I'm kidding.
Trim the fat by like pushing the like button. That burns some calories.
Listen, man, ladies and gentlemen, please look at it. We just keep going on and on. Subscribe to the channel, okay? Like the video. Follow us on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter X. Okay, we're on there as STAKK, and of course, we have STAKK on Spotify as well. No fat. Just one time before we go double O, just say fat women.
You could have got us banned, man.
Bro, just say fat women, bro.
Fat.
Fat women. This is called fighting for your freedom of speech.
This is PHAT.
FAT. Fat. Bulbous fats. Fats and oils. Okay. Yeah, someone is definitely gonna get salty about this one. But if you're getting salty, listen, please let me point this out to you. If you're only offended by that simple word, fat women, imagine how soft and weak you are. Imagine how vulnerable mentally that you are. Let's finish this one double up, man, before I start going to psychology here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's really incredible. We really thank you guys for allowing us to be able to get up and do this every day. Okay.
Fat jokes.
Even as I'm coming through with my fat jokes right now, it's putting a fat smile on your face as well. Okay. So, with no further ado, please like it, share it. We're going to keep doing this. Okay. Put some fat ideas in the comment section down below. I will be sure to talk about them. But here's what I'm going to tell you. On this video, which we're going to do tomorrow, about old women and how much they need Bitcoin, it's a phenomenon that we've never seen before. Tune in to find out more. Until next time, present out.
Fat stuff, man. Double O. Out.
All right. You say fat stuff.